Hey folks, OG Geo here. You can call me Geo. I am on with my buddy, the incomparable No Tie co-casting tonight. No Tie, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you, Gio?
I'm terrible. I have a horrible headache, buddy. I have no energy. As you can tell, I'm very low energy tonight. I have a splitting headache came out of nowhere, and I'm just not up for this at all.
Well, it's a good thing you got the most talkative of co-casters with
That's
you tonight.
exactly how we needed it to work out. We needed a non-stop stream of verbal stuff from you tonight. See, I'm already screwing up. So, buddy, we just while you were away doing what you do, we had the map bans. Do you want to hear about the map ban phase? First of all, who we got tonight? No time.
So tonight we have can't remember who anymore. No, just kidding. Can't create acronyms against Randy Newman. Randy Newman finished second in Division C West.
Yeah, this is playoffs.
This is playoffs, yeah. So we're
playoffs.
in a single and limb bracket. Number 2 versus number 7 seed.
Win or go home. Best of 3 match in the first round, right?
That's right, best of 3. These teams met in round 6 during the regular season, and Randy Newman took a 2-0 victory.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So a little bit of history here. Randy Newman, as I said to them, in the bands room, I said we've got the CCS team that's going to be, like just solid, disciplined, play with real composure, and then we have Randy Newman's who's going to throw so much spice at you can't get more than 5 feet from the toilet the next day. So Randy tried to tell me he was offended by this, the head Randy, and I said your Discord name is Cool Sex Guy 420. So I'm not going to believe you are offended by much of anything. You can take that elsewhere. So the bands. Let's check out the maps, shall we?
Let's do it.
People might want to see the maps. People like maps. All right. So we had the first pick goes to Randy. So the bands started with can't create acronyms. They banned Hanamura, followed by Battlefield of Eternity from Randy Newman, Cursed Hollow banned by CCS, and the Randys banned Dragonshire, and the pick then was from Valskaya, sorry. You can join on me, No Tie. They have the lobby coming up here.
Okay. On my way.
I'll let them know so they don't start. There, you're already in. Good evening. Good luck. Have fun. So, what do you know? Can you tell us anything about the map history? No time, kind of putting you on the spot. I should have asked you this before, but do you know anything about map history from these teams, what they like to go to? Hero picks they might be looking for in Valskaya?
So I'll speak for Randy Newman first because I know that team a little bit better. Okay. They tend to go for pretty spicy comps. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like an Abathur here. It's a fairly large map, and Abathur gets pretty good value on any of those. It's a good map for Sylvanas, which Randy Newman has played, Jaina, Lunara, and anything with good outside poke, and Randy Newman they'll jump around the board a little bit. As far as CCS, I don't actually have a great handle on what they like to play.
Okay. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for what's the macro stuff and see if they're bringing any macro. Yes, this is sort of a last minute thing, folks. We just want to bring you the game. So is this a part where we say, No Tie, we don't think we're pros. We're not trying to be Caldor or Tetcher. We just want to give you guys a chance to see the action and have a little fun along the way.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's fun to get to watch it ourselves. So.
Sure. Shh, you're not supposed to tell him that.
It's work. It's a lot of work.
I'm going to let them know that we're ready on our end anytime that they want to get going.
All right, yeah, and just looking back over their history, when these two teams played earlier, they did actually play on Valskaya.
Okay.
Like I said, Randy Newman won at that time, but Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if if CCS learned anything from that. It's gonna try to change things up.
Sure, you never know. Maybe they've been working on that map. You know, that CCS organization is big, right? We were just talking about they have their own very solid community going there that sometimes feels like it's as big as Heroes Lounge or NGS. And they have a lot of coaching going on. It's a great structure. And so, look, this is the playoffs. Teams that made it here are solid teams. You can't sleep on anybody. And we're heading into the draft now, so we'll get you over there. You can't sleep on any of these teams. If you came through C West and made it into the playoffs, then you could take a game or beat anybody else in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right. The whole, I guess the whole of C West was pretty tightly packed. Randy Newman and I can't remember Garrulus Geberlunzies. I don't know if I said that right. Has created some separation at the top, but right behind them, all the other teams were pretty tightly bunched together all the way through the 8th seed.
Absolutely. And folks, I did have a little bit of a production glitch there, so that'll probably happen on the next scene as well. I'll fix it on the next scene as well. Thanks for your patience. First band comes out. Do you think that's Target? Or I would think that's Target. I haven't seen Garrosh necessarily as like a first pick, first band kind of a hero lately, so I'm guessing they're going after something that CCS likes there.
Yeah, it looks that way. So when they played on this map before, CCS picked up the Garrosh, and it was it looks like it was banned in the second map. So he must have done something right.
ETC, always a good band, on the other hand. We've seen, a lot of Diva and Gazlo getting banned, but otherwise, don't you just see tanks trying to or teams trying to choke the tanks out in draft? That's gotten pretty common now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's, especially if you know the team you're playing against, you want to be able to take out, whatever their strong engagement tool is.
Sylvanas. Again, that's got to be a target ban. Has to be.
So could be a target ban. She's also just really strong in this map. Her trait shutting down structures along with a protector
with
push.
The push of the protector. And so let's talk about the protector. I tend to believe that people overvalue protector early on this map, and that if you just ignore protector, go to the other side of the map and take a wall and or a fort because there's enough time to, you're much better off. And Sylvanas enables you to do stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the early game protectors aren't terribly strong, but your objective when you pick those up should be to set yourself up for the next objective, right? So if you know the next protector is spawning bot lane, for instance, you go down there and try to put some damage on the fort, get rid of a fountain.
True, and you can do that without the protector while the other team's up there occupied trying to get it, right?
Yeah, you can run it in a number of ways. It's true.
So, anyway, Gazlo a pretty macro band right now. That buff is working for him. Diva, a very popular pick with the Randys. No surprise there. Diablo Ana, great combination of heroes. A little bit more open on Volskaya than you might love as Diablo, but still plenty of areas to get that stun working, right?
Yeah, I mean the map is pretty open until it comes to fighting over the point, right? There's a lot of walls around it for Diablo to bang people into.
When you need the opportunity, they're there. And Stukov for Randy Newman. Stukov seems to be skyrocketing in popularity, and the Tunara. We've all seen the Tunara, and if you've been on the other side of it, you never want to see it again. Very strong hero for Tuna Newman. The Mayban. Okay. All right.
So going through the match history for Randy Newman, they tend to focus on 2 or 3 tanks pretty consistently, and two of those 3 are May and ETC. The third one
Diablo?
is Diablo. Yeah.
Okay, so they've gotten the tank choked out pretty well. So you think Tuna, I know, hates Murden. Do you see Randy's going Murden here? Or would you see them go with a Vanilla Joe?
They have played Joe. They've also played a Nubarak, which could be interesting. He picked up a little bit of a health buff, so
Okay.
we'll see.
I like the Thrall pick on Volskaya. I like Thrall in this map. You do lose some double soak opportunity, but typically the 4-man can double soak just fine. Kel'Thas's really great on those objectives.
Yeah, with those picks, they pick up. Thrall's a solid solo laner, but he also has good outside poke for the point fights. And, KT in those tight quarters with the bombs, always going to do work.
The great Potu. Spreading the flames. Tychus is way back in the meta. Oh my gosh, we have a main tank in Pierce. Folks, did we tell you this is so spicy you'd have to stay near the toilet tomorrow? We don't lie to you. We do not lie to you. Imperious main tank. And Wandy on the Tychus. Tychus, I find to be a Diablo killer. I've been told, it wasn't the Tychus, whatever. Listen, whenever I see Tychus and I see a Diablo's health bar just sort of slides right down. Blaze! Wow, Blaze off lane. So Thrall's going in the 4-man, eh?
Yeah, Thrall in the 4-man, so we have potential for Trash Lightning.
Oh my gosh, we're going to get a Trash Lightning. Oh my gosh, we're going to get a Trash Lightning. All right.
I knew that would make you happy.
So happy. Listen, I'm going to hit the in-game scene a little bit early here, folks, because I'm going to have to fix that one too. So buckle up for some... production value worth what you paid for it. Oh my gosh, that one's working. That one is working. Let's fix our stats page. Sometimes stuff happens, guys. We'll have you back there. We'll have you back there in a second. Okay. Folks, here we go. I think we just fixed all the nonsense, so let's talk about these teams and get our intro going. On the left side, in the blue trucks, representing your Randy Newman Notai, we have Randy Newman on Imperious, Randy Newman on Stukov, Tuna Newman on Lunara, Wandy Woman on Tychus, and Nandy Ruman on Diva. Notai, tell us who we've got on the right side, please.
On the red side, we have Arcane playing Blaze, BME Duho on Thrall, Srintix on Diablo, the Great Patu on Kel'Thas, and Subutai on Ana.
Easy for you to say. What's Blaze doing down there? Blaze, don't you want to go to the middle lane circle jerk to start off the match here? So, this is the part of the match where we're reminded that players that are winning games at high levels don't run up to mid and act like it's ARAM. They go up, they clear, they do it safely, and they rotate everybody. This is what it looks like when you get out of Div E. I can say that I'm in Div E. I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Most of our matches, the gates open up and everybody's trying to kill each other mid lane in the first 30 seconds.
Clown Fiesta. No, in all seriousness, you can see the discipline by the teams. They know what their job is, right? They know what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do right now is clear as quickly as possible so they can go clear some more. The only thing you're trying to do is race to get ahead of the other team in XP, and if you can't get ahead, you certainly want to stay even. First camp taken right on the nose by Randy Newman. A little bit later for CCS. Oh, wow. That is an early pick, and I missed that. It looks like Imperious got right over on this camp, knowing that CCS would be heading over to take their turret camp. They got in early, and it looks like Notai. Did you see it? It looked like the Impale was just enough to get the Thrall at this level.
Yeah, it was. Imperious was hiding in that bush, waiting for someone to rotate onto that camp, and Thrall walked right into him, unfortunately.
I mean, you better do that as Imperious, right? Because and that's going to be tough for Diablo. He is going to walk out, though, thank goodness, save all of his souls. If you're Imperious, you are sacrificing some, frontline beef, right? You have great healing, but you don't have that straight health pool that you'd have as maybe one of the tanks. So you got to take advantage instead of opportunities. And Blaze is going to walk out of there, but not before, you know, questioning life choices a little bit. Wondering how he got in this situation.
Yeah, he's down to about 20% health, and he has to hide behind his wall, or Diva will put some damage on him.
CCS trying to get a quick early start on this support camp, and Randy's watching the whole thing from Imperius and could be looking. Yeah, there it is. Little bit off the point, so they do get the support. And like I said, that health pool is not that deep. I think the medallion just came out.
Yeah, he uses his medallion to get out.
You know what? I didn't set up the new overlay with the medallion. Folks, I'm so sorry. I'll get that added for the next time. I do not have the timers for the medallion. I apologize. I neglected to update my Aliops overlay. So we'll get that next time. Good that he's able to walk away. I thought he's going to fall there. Just about a level lead. I mean, if you're at level 7, well, maybe a half level lead here. Still, what they want to do, Randy Newman, wants to get that 7, right, No Tie? And then that point is just theirs as long as they're 7.
Yeah, it buys them some precious ticks on that counter.
Okay.
Oh.
Blaze able to scoot on out of there. CCS doing exactly the right thing, I think, No Tie. Just running up and down, getting as much XP as they can. No lack of patience here. And there's the engage from the Blaze. Zips in with the stun. Huge counter impale from Imperius, which CCS wisely walks away from. They were taking a lot of damage. The Diva is almost out of the suit, and Diablo might fall here. That's a great save by Ana, No Tie. That happened very quickly. What'd you see there?
Yeah, it was kind of a hectic engage. Blaze comes in with the big AoE stun, and Imperius just counters with a spear to a couple people's faces. And man, Randy Newman, for not having a mage to provide that burst, they're able to burn people down with pretty good focus. They forced Diablo to back all the way. So.
Also, the 2 turrets, right, No Tie? And I didn't call them out during the fight, but it occurred to me afterwards, 2 turrets sitting there. So that turret steal that they had, big deal for them. However, it's not over yet. Blaze is holding point. Do they want to give or fight? Because they're missing 2 people. I think CCS is just going to give. Nope, they got a turret and they're coming back. Coming back as 5.
That Blaze is
huge damage going out. Diva in trouble, but so is Thrall. And Thrall goes down and Blaze is low. Diablo's low. KT's low. The Protector does go to the Randy Newmans. And Diablo and Thrall both fell. So your front line... Well, Thrall's in the forward, man. Diablo and Thrall both died. Rest in peace for the moment. They'll be back in a few seconds. The Protector's heading up to do exactly what you said, No Tie. No Tie, for anyone who doesn't know, why are they making a beeline straight up to this fort up at top?
It's because the objective on this map spawns in a very in a preset pattern, right? The first one is mid, okay. The second one's top, third one's bottom, and then the sequence repeats. So Randy Newman, knowing that the next objective is going to be in the top lane, they target that fountain on the top side so that at the very least CCS won't have sustain for the next fight.
It's those incremental advantages, right? Like we saw the 2 turrets. It's those little things like being able to tap when your opponent can't that can turn a fight. Randy with about a 1 level lead here. CCS certainly not in any real trouble yet. They haven't lost a fort. They're down 3 kills to none. They're fighting over the support camp, and there's another big impale from Randy, and more trouble for the back line. Diablo and Blaze, the front line, are both down. They've just left, actually. So CCS looks like they're just going to give the support, which I think is wise. 10's on the side of Randy. I'm not sure CCS wants to be fighting here. They almost got that Tychus, though.
Yeah, it's a courageous engagement at this point when you're fighting against level 10 talents, but they did almost get the Tychus.
Would you call that aspirational?
Oh, courageous.
that was a geo engage, is what you're trying to say? That's very brave.
Let's just say I wouldn't have done that.
They did almost get him. They did walk away. So I guess they knew what they were doing. You know, by the book, it says you don't want to engage down a talent tier. But look, they're looking for opportunities. And again, they're actually engaging now into the turret for the Randys. And this is a good engage, maybe.
Oh, good Diablo combo comes out.
Oh, that Imperious doesn't fall. Oh, no, Tide. The Imp didn't fall. And Thrall did. And there goes KT.
Now the red team has a lot of ground to cover if they want to get out.
Yeah. Imperious did end up falling. But I think you take a 3-for-1. I don't think I'm surprising anyone to say that. That's a good trade. You know, it's interesting because I mentioned Imperious doesn't have the, you know, sort of massive health pool of a tank, but you know who does?
D.Va, and she has 2 health bars.
Yeah. Yeah. So she gets to basically throw away a bunch of health, leap out, leap back in, and get... It's almost like 2.5 health bars, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like she must be soaking quite a bit of damage. Let's take a quick look at the numbers here. See if we can learn anything from that. Really feels to me like she's just staying alive and eating a bunch of damage for them. Look at the hero damage from Tychus.
Yeah, I mean, he has two big health pools to sort of take advantage of with Blaze and Diablo.
Yeah, I told you, if I have a Diablo on my team, I do not want to see a Tychus on the other. Thrall, you okay? Yep, hiding. Alright, so now we got a 13 versus 12. This is where CCS has to be careful that it doesn't snowball. That's a great engage by Diablo, but it's going to be tough to get her. Oh, is she going to have the suit? Wow, Pyroblast value. And the Tychus is going to fall. There you go, CCS. Big turn. Big turn. 3-0. That was a great fight for CCS. Notai, did you have any insight about that? How that went out in their favor?
Yeah, D.Va was standing in lane trying to back, and CCS engaged on the team while she was trying to get back and fill up her health bar. So that's sort of what started it. She got caught without her, you know, her bomb wasn't charged, so she couldn't get back in her mech immediately.
And the Pyroblast was ready.
Yep.
Great Pyroblast. I mean, really, that's not always... You have to be in range, right? It's a little closer than you might think. It's not as easy, I think, as it looks. So Blaze wisely went down and grabbed some soak, but he needs to come back now. We got a 4v5 up here, and we got an angry bunch of Randys. Back and ready to rock and roll.
The Tunara angry. You won't like her when she's angry.
Great Potu's like, you don't want me angry either. I'll Pyroblast you. So, control back to Randy's. We got about 61% to CCS, and they're going to get a camp pushing. But, well, they wanted to. But D.Va kind of forced them to come back and take a look again. All right, if you go there for that camp, I'm just going to take your fort. KT's still working on the fort. The objective is now channeled up over 60%, so the clock is literally ticking on CCS. The Earthquake comes out, big engage. They go right for the D.Va, who may or may not have the suit back yet. She does get out of the suit. The explosion's coming, and boy, Blaze goes down in the trying to harass the back line, and I think Thrall may go after that. Self-heal is keeping him alive as well as the Ana. And D.Va won't have the suit again, but she doesn't need it. Diablo in trouble and has to back out. So that was a very close fight, Notai, but ultimately goes over to the Randys and they get the second objective.
Yeah, so the objective was channeled so far that all they really had to do, all the Randys had to do was pop the Commander Odin for Tychus, and that helped them deal a whole lot of damage during that fight.
Notai, we have a note here, which I just finally had a pause in the action to, like, interpret. There's a player on CCS who is called Crinetix, and I think we said it a little bit off, so that's Crinetix.
Yeah, thank you for that, because I had no idea. I'm saying that seriously.
Sometimes it's
I
hard.
butchered it. Yeah.
I'm definitely calling Thrall Bimaduo, and if that's not what it is, it should be. I'm serious. If you correct me, I'll call it correctly, but Bimaduo is one of the best games I've ever heard. Best names I've ever heard. So, meanwhile, as we're talking about player names, Randy manages to take not just the fountain, but also the fort on the second protector, and it's still pretty beefy, no tie.
Yeah, it's still well over half health.
Only the timer stopped it. Earthquake comes out, and boy, I didn't get it, but what a great play by CCS. They are mopping up off that Earthquake. Got 2 kills. I don't think you get Imp here, can you?
Oh no, Imp is gone.
Oh boy. Wow. That was just, they didn't hesitate. The second the protector went down, they knew what they wanted to do. That sounds like some clear comps to me. They were all ready, and they just chained all the CC and the damage together perfectly.
Yeah, that's one thing you can look for when your opponent has the protector, right? You know when the timer runs out, there's going to be 2 very vulnerable people on the map.
Absolutely. He might go by B-Med, but he's going to go by B-Meduo. I'm serious. I'll get it right. I'll get it right at some point, but my gosh, that's so good. We'll call him B-Med. I'll try. So CCS, great work on their part. They're going to have to hustle here. The Randys are back, and they're fired up. But that was, we've talked about those protectors. That's the other thing. We've seen so many games turn on the protector, even when the team's still in it. Because you end up with kind of a weird 5v3 on the map that almost favors the team that didn't get the objective, if you're not careful in how you use it. I have seen professional players walk the protector into range of a keep so that it starts taking damage, then they exit it. So they still have 5 people, the protector takes the damage from the keep, and they have still the 5-man team to attack it.
Yeah, it is just a big body to absorb damage sometimes.
And they don't want to be on the map, 5v3. The protector really doesn't do enough to help in a 5v3 that, like, if you get a dragon on Dragonshire, right, you still have 5 bodies versus 5 bodies. Okay, I don't normally call stuff out from chat in the middle of a match, but I'm going to say thanks to Glogan for the host. Appreciate it very much. May all of your streams and games be lag-free.
So while we have a little bit of a lull in the action, it's worth going back and noting that Thrall actually went with Rolling Thunder. We did not get Crash Lightning.
Oh, man. Which is okay, I guess, because we weren't paying attention to it, but sad. Very sad.
Oh, it's always exciting to see that that quest get picked up. It does get some really good late game damage if you're able to stack it, but yeah, otherwise I think. Oh yeah, 2 Naras and.
She is Bambi. She is a little bit hoppy and got on out of there. I think CCS wants a pick here. It's no great target, but they know that at least one player's down in the objective. So I think they wanted something. They might be still looking for it on the rotation, but that's not as good of a setup. What are they doing? Oh, they're just stealing the turret. I like it. I like it. Randy does not like it, and they head right in there with D.Va, and I think Blaze might be in trouble back here. I think Blaze might be in trouble. So what Randy did is they just flanked and said, all right, you can go after D.Va all day. There's the counter kill, though, on Lunara. And there goes Imperius. And CCS is turning this around, and D.Va is not going to be in great shape with the suit here. There goes Tychus. D.Va does not have the suit back yet. And, wow. 40 seconds. No-Tide, can they just get this objective? Or is there going to be another fight over this one for Randy?
Randy Newman has some time, but what they don't have is level 20. So I don't see them coming back in time to contest it with level 20s. They may just have to give it up and try to defend with the storm level talent.
No-Tide, they were dominant early. I mean, Randy was dominant early, and now we've got 11 kills to 8 on the part. Remember when I was talking about it's 3-0, and that so you got a 6-kill swing since then. If math works the way I think it does. Go ahead and take that fort, guys. Go ahead and take that fort. That's your fort. Don't be shy. Belongs to you now. Randy is going to be licking their wounds and heading back in here with... No, they're not going to have enough time. That protector's definitely going to CCS. There it is.
And they weaken that fort, so they're going to be pushing directly onto a keep. It's going to be a tough defense for Randy Newman.
I think they should. You're not setting up for the next protector at this point. You're not worried about wells. You just want to get real estate. Good camp take, meanwhile, by Randy, right? The players that were alive went up and took that camp, so now you got a camp pushing top, which could get you some value up there, really. I don't think CCS is looking at this at the moment. They got 2 in the protector. Now watch for the dive to the back line. Imperius is setting up like he wants it. Watch the back line, KT. That impale. Oh, there it is.
KT bomb is doing some work, though.
There's the earthquake in response from CCS. Newman looks hesitant, and Lunara goes right down. I mean... And Imperius is going to fall as well. Newman looked like they didn't want to fight, and I can see why.
Yeah, Lunara's a bit squishy into this, and CCS is doing a great job of coordinating the earthquake with the Diablo APOC, so they're able to stun at least 1 or 2 targets every time and secure a kill off of that.
Okay, I just realized Blaze didn't have bunker, and I'm shocked. Diablo really doing work to zone out that Diva bomb, and that's done a lot for them. Diablo's been doing that in every engagement. No time. I think that's game.
Yeah. GG and well
GG's
done,
come out.
CCS. That was a strong finish.
Wow. A little early going to stats. No tie. My gosh. Okay. So let's say it. I told you, any team can beat any team in the playoffs. It's still an upset.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a 7 seed taking a game off a 2 seed.
I mean, you said it earlier. Randy Newman was dominant early game, but after level 10, CCS was just coordinating their ultimates, pressing their R buttons at the same time, and really doing work. They were winning all the late all the team fights post 10.
They managed the Diva really well, and something that did seem like it maybe ended up being a thing that Imperius was a little squishy. I don't know. Very well coordinated by CCS. Final stat line, you got 14 kills to 8 on the part of CCS. The self-healing by Diablo. He's going to go blind if he keeps healing himself that much. Blaze out-soaked Diva by about almost 5,000 XP. I guess some of that's got to be, I think you can mouse over and figure out, I don't know how much of it is kills, but it's significant. You got a 30% higher XP contribution. KT damage, outstanding, and Thrall out-damaged Tychus. So, unbelievable.
Yeah, well played by CCS. Again, they were just coordinating really well post 10. They really controlled every single fight once they picked up heroic abilities, and that's what turned the game around for them.
So now we wait to see what's the response. We'll see if they want to go for the first pick or the map pick. Let me, I got to update here. I got to do an update here. That is a 1-0 for CCS. Good game, well played, both teams. What a game.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Back and forth. Well, it was in one direction early game, and then all one-way traffic in the other direction late game.
We used to make fun of my mom because when we drive around, like on trips, vacations, and stuff. Whenever we'd see something awe-inspiring, she'd say, "Aren't we lucky?" And that's what I feel about this game we just saw. Aren't we lucky? Isn't it a great game? So
picking up a game in this division, I think any of the games we could have picked up would have been fun to watch.
true story. Very talented teams. Lots of matches. Maybe maybe we will pick up some more games, no Ty?
Hey, I'm up for it. I have nothing but time.
You spend a lot of time at home these days, no Ty?
A little bit. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm
Less
homebound.
You're out less than you used to be.
Yeah, not going out and hanging out, or you know.
I got one of those stinking Uber Eats subscriptions. I don't know. I think it costs me twice what it saves me, but it seemed like a great idea at the time. Oh, filler, folks. There's a lobby. So we should be able to tell Braxis. Hold on. Uh-oh. I smell something coming on.
Do we get a Cho'Gall game?
Don't say it or you'll make it not happen. All right, so it looks like Randy went with the map. Looks like Randy picked the map. And wow.
They do like spicy comps, but I don't know that I've seen them play Cho'Gall. Well, who knows?
Wow. They hadn't played against them, I can tell you that. Over in a league which will remain unnamed playoffs. They had a team which should be called Probius pull out some Cho'Gall action on them. That was okay. So best of 3, first round of the playoffs. We have a 2 seed over 7. Okay, a 2 seed playing a 7. We have Randy Newman at 2. Was just upset by the 7 seed. Can't create acronyms. And so we're going into game 2 here. Do or die for the Newmans. Do or die for the Newmans on Braxis Holdout, which they picked. So the first pick in the draft is going to go to Can't Create Acronyms. Which everybody might wonder why I'm calling them CCS if they can't create acronyms. Notice the S is capitalized, so that's the thing of the CCS system. Kelthos can't spell, can't counterpick stupid. I think it started with can't counterpick stupid, right?
It did, yep.
They have 3 teams, or do they have 4 now?
No, they have 5 or 6 teams.
Are they up to 5?
I don't know at this point, yeah.
They have a lot. Team Rainbow Strike Go has a few. Phoenix Rising has, it feels like 6 or 7.
Region also has a couple.
A
handful, I would say.
What is the thing with that? Is it just about, well, like, okay, these are amateur organizations. I'm using the term organization very loosely, right? So what's the deal? Is it just people that are enthusiastic enough that they want to sort of flesh out a community and they enjoy kind of having a mini farm system like Major League Baseball or something? What's the impetus?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's people who really like the game and they want to foster a community where people can play together at whatever level, right? Competitively.
Because it's a lot of work, folks. It is a lot of work to maintain a community. Not easy.
But yeah, CCS does a great job of it. They host, they host a lot of scrims. They put together these educational nights, if you will, where they have a coach work with any number of players, not necessarily CCS players. They're open to anyone who's on their Discord. So they do a good job of just drawing people to the game and helping them improve.
I just informed the teams that we're running out of good filler. So hopefully they're going to ready up here pretty soon. I mean, yeah, CCS, all kinds of activities to help every player in the league improve. So if you haven't dropped by their Discord, I suggest you do that at your first opportunity. And folks, we are in the draft. Thank God, no tie. Thank God.
It took a minute, but we're gonna get there.
I lost 13 viewers between games. Well, I'm trying to talk my ass off about organizations and amateur heroes of the storm. Okay, so who do you predict might be a target ban on the part of Randy Newman? What did they see that they don't want to see again? What are your thoughts?
I would not want to see that Thrall and Diablo combo again.
Really?
I don't know if they're going to ban it out, but yeah, Earthquake into APOC was just brutal.
That Earthquake did a lot, right?
Yep.
Yeah. ETC ban again. Standard. So between the two, you can only ban one probably. Who do you go after? I'm thinking probably the Diablo. Yeah. Choke the tank out.
Yeah, probably Diablo. I don't know that this is the greatest map for Thrall. He can hold a lane pretty well, but I don't know that he can win. He's not a bully, so I don't know that he could take top lane by himself.
Decent sustain, but there are heroes that can definitely force him off that point, right? Okay, so we go straight to the Garrosh ban again. I guess they really don't want to see that. As well as Diablo is played, they really don't want to see the Garrosh. And they don't have first pick, so Randy can't pick the Garrosh away. Oh, definitely don't want to see that Diva again, eh?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they are going to ban out the Diablo here.
Me too. I'm with you. I would have, of everything I saw, it felt like the Diablo ended up being fairly oppressive. Nope.
Go for the Gaslow instead, okay.
Going for the Gaslow. I don't think it. I guess the guy. I can't wrap my head around what Gaslow is now. Partly because I think at the level at which we play, it doesn't necessarily translate yet. I don't know that he's as strong as he should be in Division E. This is a great Sylvanas skin. I've never seen that.
Oh, Lunar Sylvanas.
It's a great skin. Okay, we have Tuna healing. Are they gonna swap?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that she plays on.
Why would anybody ever swap? I don't really know unless you're trying to screw up your opponent's thinking, because anybody can pick any time. There's not an order, right? So the swap is kind of superfluous. But that is a Tuna on an Ana and a Gul'dan. Gul'dan good here, yeah?
Gul'dan is great here. He has tons of wave clear, and as he's throwing out wave clear, he can also catch heroes in it. So
yeah, also a green shotgun to the face.
Exactly. And Ana pairs great with him. The extra mana, spell power, cooldown reduction with a nano boost can go really nicely next to Gul'dan.
Okay. Meanwhile, for CCS, we have Deckard and May. I mean, extremely strong. Deckard, I love always. No. I can't think of a map where I don't like to have Deckard.
He's strong. He's still a worthy pick even after the Ruby nerf. Very strong healer.
I mean, he had other builds, right?
Yeah, he's got plenty of other builds, but I mean on this map in particular, you're fighting over a fixed point. Oh, the Gall ban, yeah. the Tychus ban by Randy Newman kind of maybe hinted at that, but
It's another thing. Tychus was getting so much value early. This is where I wish I could see the game as fast as it happens and see what was CCS doing differently to the Tychus in those engagements. They had to be targeting him. That had to be intentional, right? Because early on, he's just burning through Diablo. Okay. What do you do if you don't want to ban Diablo?
You just pick him.
Just pick him. And the dragon. I'm not a fan. I'm hearing now from higher level players that the dragon's here, back here, whatever you want to say, the dragon's in the game. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I feel like after 10, the dragon just melts.
A Lost Vikings.
Okay.
What?
Somebody's smarter than me. I don't get it. Okay. I sort of still don't get it. You can hold point top and soak top and throw a body bottom, I guess?
It's kind of like the Rexar pick, except both Rexar and Misha are pretty tanky. There's only one of the Vikings that's tanky-ish, so it's an interesting pick. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with it.
Okay, so is that an off-lane variant? You have 3 bruisers. We told you it's spicy, folks. We warned you it was spicy, right? Don't blame us. We told you.
Oh man, my money is on a 4-man Deathwing with the Twin Blades variant.
There you go. I have heard now. I heard just today that Deathwing can be played as a mage.
Yeah, and his I can't recall what the name of the form is, but his ranged form where he throws out the flaming circle. I don't play enough Deathwing.
That's what I would call it.
Yeah, he's more or less a mage. He just sits back and throws out AoE damage. He has a stun that travels in 2 not quite parallel lines.
Chat very conflicted by what we're seeing here. We have loyalties tested.
It's an interesting draft, yeah, for sure.
On the left side in the blue trunks, no time. Representing your Randy Newmans, we have Randy Newman on Deathwing. We have Randy Newman on Gul'dan. We have Wandy Wooman on Varian, Tuna Newman on Ana, and Nandy Ruman on Diablo. Notai, tell me please who have we got on the right side.
On the red side, we have Arcane playing Tassadar, Crinitix playing May, B-Med on the Lost Vikings, the Great Batu on Sylvanas, and Subutai on Deckard.
And currently we have 3 Vikings top. We do have variant top. That is a 4-man Durgan. Wormadurgan, who decides to just bellow into the air just to say, I'm here and I'm a dragon. What?
Oh,
okay.
That's his changing form roar.
I thought it was just showing off. I'm not a big fan of the... I gotta go with Kaldor on this. It looks like a plucked chicken skin. Not a fan. So, points off on that. Okay, B-Met just let Varian have that globe there. So that's one thing I thought he would do is basically park one of his dudes up on that globe and make sure he was getting them, but Varian just walked up there and grabbed it.
No, Wandy likes to establish globe dominance early.
Yeah, but you have 3 little guys. Just put one up there. Okay, so we have the Durgan and we have TLV. We have a Varian. We have all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. Diablo in trouble and gonna fall here. First blood to CCS. Lots of damage coming out. And this is ARAM. There's nowhere else to go. There's no other lane to try and soak. This is straight up ARAM. Randy's going right up for their camp trying to grab that, and Varian's like, okay, I know they're all little, but what do you want me to do up here? You want me to fight in all 3 of these guys?
He's not quite a real hero yet, so I don't think he can fight against all 3 of them.
So, could we actually see a Twin Blades here? I think we do.
It's possible. I don't think it's going to be a taunt. There's not a whole lot of blow-up potential on their side.
Certainly not Solo trying to hold a point. So we didn't get the Trash Lightning, but folks, he went High King's Quest. I think in the playoffs we're going to see a Twin Blades variant.
It's definitely pointing in that direction.
Oh, so spicy. Folks, I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you the 4-man the rest of the match. I just want to see variant chasing Vikings. My gosh. And the Vikings are just all spread out all over the place. They really are actually lost. What are you doing there, little fella?
Yeah, you're basically just distracting Varian from the point the whole time.
Okay,
he's gonna give up something, right? He's gonna give up Plane Stoke, or he's gonna give up the point.
Oh, very.
Yeah, what a nightmare!
This is not what I'm used to. Now he's got to fight the other one. There's the Twin Blades, folks. In first round playoff action, we have a dragon, we have Twin Blades variant, and we have the Lost Vikings on a 2-lane map. This is the best night of my life.
In the meantime, there's an all-out brawl in the bot lane.
Yep, sorry about that. We'll show that for a minute, but not for long. Not for long. I'm sorry if you're not getting to see what you want, folks. We're the casters. Oh, that's like gonna be trouble.
Oh,
She's
no,
May. She's May. That was a great escape. Incredible. I mean, you have to know a little something about that kit to pull that off. Tassadar back down, ready to start dishing out some damage. A few of those blue health bars below half. And, but they are able to hold, and Varian might get that little fella. Nah. And now he's got to go try and fight Olaf. He's got to now Olaf runs. If you don't love this, folks, I don't know what to say to you. Meanwhile, in the 4-man, Diablo's really in trouble.
Honest.
He's going to make it out.
Pew pew pewing. Oh my god.
MVP. Dragon does his ultimate for life, and both of the objectives are channeling right now to the red team. They are going to get the first objective at 194. So you know what? This is one of the few maps where if you're close, that's kind of good enough for Randy.
Yeah,
Newman, right?
It's basically even waves pushing both sides.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. You don't lose everything. It's not like the Punisher, right? You could finish up with 39 of those little creeps, and you get nothing for it. So Gul'dan comes up here for the defense, and this is where he's going to be absolutely just pounding on these things. And now it's who can clear faster and take less damage. And they're going to lose the front wall, but otherwise okay. And similarly, CCS isn't even going to lose their front wall. They're not going to lose both towers. Good clear.
Yeah, no, Sylvanas and Tassadar both have great clear for the wave. Deckard can pitch in a little bit, and even May with her Blizzard can dish out some damage. So yeah, strong defense on both sides.
And CCS right back to pushing already. Dragon's trying to dish out some damage. We have Fire and Ice here with May, icicling up. And the Dragon trying to breathe whatever kind of toxic flame he can onto her. And she says, chill, bro. Varian up here looking around like, what do you guys want me to do with this? Sylvanas and Tassadar taking the camp, the siege camp for CCS. That's a good play. Get a little push going. Varian doesn't have enough to deal with. Likewise, Randy Newman will respond by going and taking their bruiser camp. That'll defend and push, and they already took their siege camp. I didn't even see that. So red team will quickly burn that down. Uh-oh, one of the Lost Vikings drops. I don't think there's a big care about that on the part of CCS. They're going to push more on this bottom fort, while the Dragon is left alone to defend it. Camp taken by Randy, so they're going to head back down Notai and try and help out Butt. About a half-level lead, no tie, for CCS. Damage, top damage just about equal between the Dragon and Sylvanas. But after that, it all goes to Varian.
Varian's just pounding on the Vikings. I don't know that he's getting very far, but he's dishing out a ton of damage.
His stats look great. Blue team now manages to push out against CCS while they're taking their camp, but quickly falls back as soon as that camp is capped.
Yeah, it looks like Varian's just playing whack-a-mole in the top lane.
I mean, what else can he do? At any point so 10s for both sides, by the way. At any point are those Vikings going to be able to take out Varian? I don't think they can with the...
I think it's post level 13 or 16 that one of the big
that's
Viking,
gonna be
I think
trouble.
it's Olaf, picks up a stun, which enables them to burn down just about any hero.
How about that coordination on the avalanche into the Tassadar damage there? My gosh, no tie. Looked for a moment like Diablo was going to get out, and then the avalanche just pushed him right back in.
Yeah, at level 10, May definitely picks up that big engage tool, the avalanche. Well, it can be used for engage or disengage, but in this case, it did a lot of work. Got them that Diablo kill.
So very different on this objective, no tie. Completely in favor, 100% to 18% to CCS, and Newman's got their back against the wall. They are absolutely up against it.
Huge wave pushing on a lane that the fort is already gone, so Newman's going to have to put up a big defense, or they risk losing a keep.
Little bit of camp left as well that's still sitting back there protected, doing damage, and Newman's playoff hopes on the line with this game. CCS looking for the upset, and if they're up 1-0, if Newman's loses here, they are out. This is win or go home.
And that keep is looking pretty dire shape. I don't know if they're going to be able to save it.
I can't see it holding as long as that wave's up. Oh, that's a good clear by Gul'dan, though. Oh, it held. Caster Curse.
1,500 hit points. Okay.
Meanwhile, Varian got a wall up there. But look, this is all about the 4-man. And right now, the 4-man for CCS is getting the job done. And they're feeling really brave. They're feeling courageous. And they said, you know what? I think this is our camp. Still a good fight for Newman's. They're even talent here.
Yeah, CCS is just about to hit level 13 though, which could be the snowball.
The avalanche again. All right, that's a trade. That's a good trade. Are you gonna get May finally? Randy Newman trying to fight back, but the dragon is taking a lot of damage, and they just have to walk away. And it just feels like there's not enough damage.
Yeah, they're relying heavily on Gul'dan, and he's very much damage over time. It's going to be hard for them to blow anyone up quickly.
Yeah, Gul'dan has considerably less than Sylvanas on the other side. He's got about a 50% deficit of Sylvanas damage. And the dragon is starting to, the damage is sort of leveled out a little bit on Darkwing. Jerkwing.
Let's give 'em hell.
But no one's touching that Varian damage.
No. No.
Oh boy, and so the Vikings are now rotating bot, and they're gonna threaten that keep. They're just escorting waves in.
That keeps going. Randy says, okay, we gotta do the 5-man, right? If we want to have a chance of this, let's do the 5-man, try and win a couple team fights, see if we can get back into it. Varian flanking around the bottom. This is a 5v4. May frontlining as she does. She should pop the icicle, but she still might be in a little trouble here, and that might finally... Can they finally get May? Uh-oh. Again with the avalanche. Oh, followed by a great silence, and there goes Gul'dan again. Same thing every fight. She goes, finds Gul'dan, avalanches him back into her team. They take him out, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah, she keeps. It seems like she keeps catching Gul'dan next to Diablo, who would be the prime candidate to save Gul'dan, but he has to try to get out himself.
And right now, all we see are just red bodies everywhere, and this TLV on a 2-lane map ain't looking so silly now.
Yeah, I definitely questioned it when they drafted it, but it's working out.
BMed changing the meta. Look at him poking away at Diablo there. Oh, Varian finally falls. He had all his team around him. I missed that. He just headed back up there. Did you see that, Notai?
Yeah, too much damage comes out from Tassadar and Sylvanas, and he
Okay. Just quick damage.
just wilts.
Nothing to attack for him. So, Randy's holding on to the point, trying to stay in there. CCS feels like they have absolute and total control. And now with that keep open, you have to always worry about them just sending TLV to just poke stuff, take camps. Now they can be truly harassing. Although, blue team does take out Olaf.
It's yeah.
And now Randy's just wants to swap back and forth and try to keep 1 point every chance they get. And CCS wants to stop them, maybe catch them in a rotation. But otherwise, CCS can be really patient here, Notai.
Yeah, and I mean they have Vikings, so they can have the Vikings always try to, or one Viking try to take a point, run away, or if he dies, it's just a Viking. There's two more.
Congratulations to our friends at Probius, who it looks like won their match.
So Deathwing is in trouble top lane.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Remember what I said about Deathwing? The thing I can't believe about him. Although, again, if you're using him as a mage, that's fine. Oh, boy, there it is again. Those
Another Mace
avalanches.
snowball. Oh boy.
Those avalanches. Critnik's just absolutely... Oh, that's a good turn. That's a good turn. Diablo in there. Throwing that max soul body around. Olaf back to save the day. Uh-oh. Remember what I said about the annoyance of the... Yeah, so the red team got the objective. Meanwhile, CCS was on the core there. They didn't get anything done, but it just sort of draws your attention.
Yeah, they're just escorting waves in, escorting catapults in to,
Yeah.
start nicking at the shield on the blue core.
15% wave for blue, so this will be easily cleaned up by the two lost Vikings. This should be a keep for CCS. They should be able to get a keep here. And Randy Newman could be in trouble here as far as game. Nope, CCS is going to walk away. They're going to heal up, get to 100%. Interesting. They didn't get the keep. I don't know.
Fortunately for the Randy Newman, Gul'dan has finished up his Echoed Corruption, so his wave clear just hit a massive power spike.
Yeah, but when do you have more opportunity than that? Does the wave flip back and forth? Are they just looking to catch the next wave with no keep in the way? I just...
Yeah, so the next wave for red will be on the bottom lane, so they can afford to be patient. They have massive pressure bot lane, pretty good pressure top lane, and their structures are all safe, so...
Yeah. Don't get, I would say don't get too careful, though, right? Get a camp pushing again now, bot. One of the Vikings doing what Vikings do, running around in a very annoying way, stealing the globe. So, yeah, they might just be setting up, figuring, yeah. Look, they're playing great. I know they know what they're doing. I feel like they could have gotten that keep.
Yeah, it's possible they
Uh-oh.
could have. Maybe they decided not to take the risk.
Yeah.
Deathwing is caught.
Yeah. See how quickly he burns? That's what I don't get. You don't have the mobility, and you get late game. Just seems like his health pool doesn't anywhere near scale with the damage that he takes. Randy's
Yeah,
have to clean up that
struggling.
camp bottom. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, I was just gonna echo what you said. He's definitely struggling as the game goes on to stay alive.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, I will repeat. This is a 7 seed in a game 2. They won first game. This is a 7 seed looking to upset the 2 seed. In convincing fashion. If we're being honest, this game has never been close.
It's been pretty one-sided.
No Ty doesn't want to touch that.
No, it has been one-sided.
I read something about the caster rules. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. It hasn't been close. Red team going down to clear up those lonely siege. No, they're going to leave it. They're letting the siege camp live its best life. Probably telling Lost Vikings to do their job. And
we all
look
want
at
a game
capture.
3, so I'm rooting for the Newmans to pull this one out.
Apocalypse comes out. The fight so far looks pretty even, but Diablo is not going to live that long in the middle of that much damage. I mean, just can't tank forever. Varian goes down shortly behind him, and honestly, Notai, I think that should be game already. I don't see how it's not. I think they go bottom in the end. Diablo's back, but with no souls. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's just it. They have Diablo back right away. They could end, but I mean,
They're gonna
the
wait for
patient
objective.
plays, wait for the wave, and they'll have a full wave pushing on the core directly.
Yeah.
With level 20 assists. Yeah. Randy Newman is in a little bit of trouble here. Just a little bit.
I don't know what to say to that. A little bit of trouble. Yeah, I agree. They're in at least a little bit of trouble.
Varian will be up in 5 seconds, so he should be up to help with the defense, but they're going to have to burn the wave in a hurry and hope to get some kills in order to save their core.
Thing about spicy, folks, is sometimes it burns. Varian looks like he's going to fall.
Big sleep. And
oh my gosh, the avalanche again. The avalanche again. And everybody melts, and that's GG.
Maybe game.
Congratulations. Good game. Well played to both teams, but, I mean, CCS, absolutely unbelievable. I don't want to say it again, but I'm going to say it again. We said before the match started. We said at this level of play, any team can beat any team once they've made the playoffs. And then we watched it happen. Convincingly. I can tell you this in that bracket. Nobody, no tie, wants to play CCS.
Not after this performance. Wow. That was, spicy for sure.
Now I got to try and figure out how to find for an interview here. If anybody can ping Arcane, I think it's Arcane. And have he or she send somebody over for an interview. We'd love to do one. I'm gonna try and coordinate that, and you can say words.
Yeah, I will fill with some words.
All right, let me try and find Arcane here real quickly.
Sure. Yeah, so while we're on the score screen, I hope we get a chance to find out later if the Cho'Gall ban ended up hurting Randy Newman, because it looks like they were looking for that and they had to pivot away from it. That might have hurt a little bit. The Deathwing did put out a lot of damage in this match, but I'm not sure that it was exactly what they wanted.
All right, we got an interview. Let's head over to lobby 5 and let's get the winners in there.
Cool.
What do we even say? Huge congratulations. Good game, well played, but good game, well played doesn't really cover it. That's too conversational. You guys know that was a huge upset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which doesn't mean that's on paper it's an upset, right? So let me clarify. Doesn't mean that we thought... So we said before the game started, anybody who makes playoffs can beat anybody else in the playoffs, and we said you guys are part of an organization that's constantly working to improve your play, get better every day, and if any team could come out there and shock somebody, we felt it was you folks. So that's exactly what you did. I didn't expect that. I knew you could win. I definitely did not expect that. Did you see this coming?
We definitely didn't expect game 2 to go as easy as it. I don't want to say easy because it wasn't easy. But we didn't expect it to go quite as far in our favor as it did. Game 1 was certainly very close fought. Even our matchup in the regular season was really close.
Yeah.
I think we knew we had the potential to take these games, but no, I don't think we expected it to go quite like this. We're really happy with the 2-0. I think we were hoping to maybe get a 2-1 off of them. Just really happy with everybody's performance. Everybody played really well tonight. Couldn't ask for more.
Is that game 2? Is that one of those where, as it's happening, you start? I mean, it's going to be a long question with a yes or no answer, maybe. But you start like you're shaking a little bit. Your hands start twitching. You're breaking out in that sweat. You can't believe it's happening. Did you get some of that feeling during game 2, or was it just all straight calm? How did you feel during that game?
No, not at all. No, my hands haven't stopped shaking since the end of game 1.
Yeah. You can't believe it's happening, right?
Yeah,
you keep waiting for something to change. So, Critnix, you were the May, yes?
I was, yes.
Okay, we're going to go well out of order here. We're not going to go in the order of the games. The May play was just outstanding from what I saw. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert on the game. I'm saying I know what I saw. And what I saw is you continuously position yourself in a perfect position to get the perfect avalanche that was obviously exactly what your team wanted. I don't know if you wanted Diablo every time, but I know you wanted the Gul'dan, didn't you?
Yeah, so I honestly had my eyes on the Ana a lot of the time, but she was playing pretty safely. So it was kind of like, okay, well, Gul'dan's a little bit up further, so we're just gonna throw him and try to grab anyone else in the path as well.
I mean, it worked over and over and over, including that very last advance, which I don't know that it made any difference. But in fact, did you get Varian in that one? No, Varian died, and then I think you got the avalanche again on 2-3, including Gul'dan.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable, absolutely incredible. That player that a hero that you've been working on for a while.
May, yes. Yeah, she's. I hate to say it, but yeah, she is one of my preferred tanks.
Doesn't want to give away too much.
Trust me, my friend. Everybody saw that. Don't expect to see her again, at least not soon. Yeah. Unbelievable. So, Notai, you got any questions before I keep rambling?
No, go for it. You're doing a great job.
Okay, well, thank you. I agree. Let's head back to game 1 and try to remember that. It's always easier to remember what we just saw. But let's go back to game 1. They were comfortably ahead through what, level 10, 12, maybe 13. You must have felt that. You hadn't lost the game by any means, but they definitely were getting what they wanted, and then it just turned. Talk to me about if you felt that and what happened, what turned. Was there a conversation, something you saw? Was it just scaling? Tell me what changed there.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely felt that they were ahead. We noticed we were behind just on rotations. They did a really good job of keeping our 4-man from rotating easily between mid and top. I think that we definitely felt like we were playing from behind for the large part of the first half of that game. We took like a bad engage on the second protector point. All of their all of their backline was off the point and kind of in safe zone, and we just kind of dived in on the point and straight into their front line, let their backline just kind of pick us off. And I think it was that point where we were like, all right, guys, we just gotta reset our heads. We know we can do this. Just we gotta take better fights, take better engages. There was a point where we just started saying, all right, if we see them down someone or somewhere else on the map, we just gotta go. We just have to push and take the advantageous fight. And I mean, it's hard because we were definitely shaky all throughout game one too. There was definitely a lot of nerves going into this match, let alone coming out of it. So a lot of our early game jitters were they 2-0'd us in the regular season. We're playing a little bit afraid of them, but we had to just kind of reset and say, all right, if we're going to take this game, we have to play like we can win. If we're playing to lose, then we're going to lose.
You play afraid. Yeah, that makes great sense. I remember us talking about, you were taking a fight. I believe they were down a talent tier, No Tie. We actually spoke about that we didn't like the fight and sort of chuckled about it, that conventionally it wouldn't be a good fight, but it did look to us like what you decided was, okay, we have to look for a pick, right? Exactly what you just said, that now we've got to start hunting. We're the wolf pack. And shortly after is when you caught the diva. And I still say, okay, pyro may be like a button click. It doesn't mean it's not any skill involved. You got to get close enough. You got to find the right target. You got to know that Diva's mech is down, or else that did nothing. And instead it took Diva out. And it felt to me like there was a shift right there. That's the point that I would pick in the match. Did you feel that in that engagement, or was it something earlier or later?
Oh, no, I think I know exactly the spot you're talking about. That definitely felt like the moment where we said, all right, we've got a 4v5 now. We can start to play aggressively. We can start to do this. Getting that diva pick really kind of turned us around both mentally. Like we were prepping for that kind of turn after losing second objective, but it was that moment where we were like, all right, let's capitalize on this. Let's keep pushing.
Build your confidence. You realized you had a formula that worked. And from there on, I told No Tide that I wished I could see the game at the speed at which it happens. Because I feel like you had a formula for engagements from there. And I feel like it was probably early targeting or special targeting on Tychus. But I couldn't tell. It all happened too fast, to be honest. Can you talk me through? The rest of the engages felt like they got stronger and stronger from you. They were all close, but you always came out one or two ahead.
Yeah, we kind of had a bit of a pep talk in the middle of the game. We kind of realized, like, okay, this isn't going the way we want it to. We kind of need to, like, just kind of, like, start over. Like, we just kind of, like, okay, what are we doing? How do we execute this? And we had a plan going into the game as to how we wanted to execute our combo. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly a secret. It was Earthquake Apocalypse. And everything else was basically how to capitalize off of that, right? And
got it.
And we realized that we kind of realized, like, yeah, we're slipping. Like, we need to just, okay, find someone, Earthquake, Apocalypse, like, just go on them, right? And, like, yeah, it was just kind of a case of, like, being cognizant of, like, yeah, this isn't going the way we want it to. Like, we need to focus up and just kind of, like, slap each other on the cheeks a little bit, like, hey, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, this isn't what we do, right? This is we're CCS. This isn't, we don't just it's not Storm League, right? We're in a match. Let's remember what we do. Let's execute. And then, by the way, if you lose executing well, okay, you lost, but you don't want to walk out of a match feeling like you didn't execute the way you know you can. So yeah, those two together, we actually had a long talk between the two matches and thought they would ban Diablo in the next match. When we talked it through. And it was No Tie really that said, hey, that Diablo Thrall combo, exactly what you just said, the Earthquake APOC was just getting mad value. Instead, they took the Diablo pick from you. Mm-hmm. And the rest of the draft, I mean, I was honestly laughing through the middle of that game. When you see the YouTube, please don't get angry with me. Because just, I mean, what were we looking at? We had a dragon. We had we had Twin Blades variant. We had the Lost Vikings on a 2-lane map. That was some crazy stuff. But again, you know exactly what you wanted to do. I mean, guys, tell me about BMed. First of all, tell me it's Be My Duo. Please tell me that's the full name. Be My Duo, like Be My Duo. Please tell me that's it.
I believe it's Be Meduho.
Ah, dang it.
But,
Opportunity lost.
Be My Duo is pretty good, too.
Be My Duo! Hey, will you be my duo? Anyway, BMed, it was amazing. I mean, it's so much fun, and, like, it's hard for me to say tangible value. It was just value. Like, it was just almost like he just kept poking them, and every time they wanted to focus on anything, they were like, oh my gosh, this guy again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you play Vikings like Bimeruho does, it doesn't matter that it's a 2-lane map. Vikings will win the top lane there when there is 3 pretty much every time against almost anybody. But did I get it wrong? I got it wrong too? Oh no.
I guess
chat, I pronounced it wrong.
I guess you call him BMed most of the time.
We do just say BMed most of the time.
Yeah.
All
right. So we've now created intra-team drama.
Shortly.
We've now caused an inter-team drama that'll have Valkymer. You're welcome. You're going to be on late tonight, working everything out. So
BMedaho. Not ooh, but okay. BMedaho.
Well, he or she deserves to have it pronounced correctly because, I mean, that was a lot of stuff done by those Vikings.
Oh, yeah. He's excellent in the off lane. He dominates almost every matchup he plays. When we started playing, he was like, all right, hear me out. You know, TLV in the off lane on Braxis. And we all kind of were like, really? And then we played a few games with it early at the beginning of the season. We're like, all right, I think it works. It's just, it gives the 4-man basically the ability to kind of go wherever they want on the map. Yeah. TLV can hold top lane, and then if they need to, send one person bottom to just kind of stall as long as they can. Makes capping the objective for the opposing team really hard on that map. So it may be a 2-lane map. You may think, TLV might not get that much value, but Medaho gets a lot done on them. So never underestimate it.
I did think that, and I was terribly wrong. And so, like, you know, look, we call out a couple of things that we see, right, because they're notable. But meanwhile, Sylvanas with 70,000 damage. Okay, the Deckard sleeps. Particularly notable after the Avalanche, right? So again, coordinated play. You know what you want and you execute. The Tassadar are standing there ready to drop bombs the second that Avalanche lands in his lap. It was really a team effort. It looked very coordinated. It looked like a clinic, and that doesn't happen without a lot of hard work and probably really good team chemistry. Other than, I guess, you lost your off lane because you don't know his stinking name.
Yeah, we put a lot of effort in over the season. It's we had kind of a rough start to our season. We kind of hunkered down, started doing a lot of hard work and really taking time to focus on each map and what combos we had that worked well. A lot of work with the rest of the CCS folks to kind of bring us back up to speed. We turned it around, clinched ourselves a playoff spot just barely. And I think we're showing that we're a force to be reckoned with here.
You took full advantage. That's the bad news for you. If anybody got surprised tonight, nobody else is getting surprised from here on out. So that's your reward, is everybody's be looking for you now. So playoffs. Do you mind if I quick pull up the bracket here? And I'd like to take a quick look. I think you're the first team to play. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think whoever we'll be playing against next is actually playing in like 10 minutes or so.
Resurgence of the Storm versus Can't Counterpick Stupid. So, boy,
I'll actually be casting that one in about 10 minutes, so that should
we'll
be fun.
Then we'll let you go. I'm just trying to think of what happens if you have to play Can't Counter Pick Stupid, the Civil War.
Oh, the grudge match. We faced off in the first week of this season, and they took it 2-1. Barely were ready to take it back from them.
Well, you're not going to surprise them. Listen, I'll let you go then. I appreciate you both giving us the time. Again, our sincere congratulations and GG, well played. Do you have any shout-outs, anybody you want to call out, anything you want to say? Since I end up doing most of the talking most of the time, and I apologize.
Yeah, sure. I'll start. I just want to say, first off, shout out to the rest of CCS4 that's not in the call right now. Just excellent work all across the board. Shout out to the whole CCS organization. We wouldn't have been here without you. And yeah, shout out to my girlfriend who's been keeping me motivated throughout all of this.
Aw, it's the first one of those I've gotten. How about you, Arcane?
Yeah, I got to give shout-outs to the rest of the team. Shout-outs to Lion Bella, who couldn't make it tonight because of work. Appreciate all the support you've given us throughout the season. And shout-outs to Valk's mom, always and forever.
Hi, Valk's mom.
Shout out to my fiance for putting up with another week of this. And thanks so much to you guys for casting. Really appreciate having caster tonight.
Our pleasure. Enjoyed it. No Ty, any parting words here?
No, very well played, guys. That was really fun to watch. Good luck for the rest of the playoffs.
Thanks so much.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you both very much. We're going to let you go, and we look forward to seeing what you do from here.
All right. Have a great night.
Peace. All right, I'm back. So that's it, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you very much. I don't announce stuff during a match, so I will just right now very quickly give out a few thank yous. A lot of thank yous, my gosh. JakeBot, thank you very much for the follow. I'm going to say Near a Darkstorm, thank you for the follow. G. Logan, again, Glogan, thank you for the host. Brainer, thanks for the follow. Wolf, thank you for the follow. The Main Ski, thank you for the follow. The Great Putu, thank you for the follow. And Subutai, thank you for the follow. Good game, well played to both teams. Big congratulations to Can't Create acronymS and Notai. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. I'm ready for more.
Good. Me too. And we'll be doing it again soon, folks. Thanks. And remember, folks, be kind to each other. Peace.